Evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the measuring board brought to you by the Live Well. What's up, Thad Moody? First, I figured he'd be in here first. Uh,
Yeah,
tonight we have Charlie Sanders, the
yeah.
teenage kayak fishing phenom, as I like to say. The kid is crushing it. Anywhere you see him fishing, he's up at the top of the board. So, Charlie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Charlie Sanders. I'm 16 and I really like kayak fishing. Fish try and fish as much as possible. Yeah.
Okay, and you like tournament fishing, right?
Yeah. I really enjoy tournaments. I like the competitive aspect.
Yeah. And, you did your first native no limit on Gunnersville,
Yeah.
right? And how'd you do
Yeah.
there?
I got like 60 something. So I was about and there were about 120 people.
Hmm.
But I had gone my first pedal drive kayak a week before that, so yeah.
That's awesome
Yeah.
stuff. So, how's it feel when you're out in those national level tournaments, right? And you look down and you're beating people like Gene
Yeah.
Jensen, Russ Snyder's, and people like that. How's that feel as a kid?
That's probably one of it's a really good feeling. I really I enjoy doing well in tournaments a lot and beating, like, high level people really just gives me a little extra confidence in what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. So, how do
And
you attack it, man? What's Charlie's brain look like going into a tournament?
A lot of very, like, spongy. It soaks up a lot. I try and soak up a lot of information from different people and then put that into play and try and, like I try and have my own style, but I also try and just, like, if I'll watch a YouTube video, do some map study, and just try and get as much information as possible since I haven't been kayak fishing for 10 years.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Do you use any of the apps and stuff like Fishbrain or any of those other ones like that?
I have Bass Forecast and Fish Brain. Um, I don't really use Fish Brain just much at all, but like I used to check it occasionally, just see what people are posting at different lakes. But I use Bass Forecasts pretty like I'll check it. Like I don't put too much weight onto it, but I check and look, see what it says.
Okay. And then Silverpunk wants to know what takes up the most time when prepping.
Probably rod rigging or yeah. Yeah, that's probably what takes the most time.
Hmm. It does for me, especially because it's like I'll get everything ready and I'll just stand there for an hour staring at them, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna change this one. Then I'll get it,
Yeah.
I'll cut it off, and I'll have the line in my hand, and I'll have all these baits out looking at them, and I'll end up tying the same thing on that I cut off.
Yeah. No, I'll about half the time, like, I'll tie on something and be like, "I don't throw this bait. I'm gonna throw a wacky rig, but I'm gonna tie a shaky head on first, and then even though I know they'll probably be buying the wacky rig better than the shaky head, but, like, I just yeah.
Dad said you use too many liters. That's what takes so long.
Yep. Leader on every spinning rod.
Then John Wilson says, "That's awesome to start out that young. He's got his whole life ahead of him. Just think where he'll be in 10 years. I wish I had gotten into it at an earlier age."
Yeah.
All right.
Like
What's your favorite and least favorite thing about the Titan? There we go.
about the Tinettes, favorite thing about it, well, it's not a barge. A lot of people say it's like or a lot of big kayaks feel like a barge, but my old town, which is a lot narrower and like 50 pounds lighter, it still like it is faster with the Newport with my motor than it is than the Titanets is faster than the Old Town, even though the Titanets is a lot bigger. That's probably my favorite thing about it because
Okay.
it's real nimble. And least favorite thing about it, it's always wet. Like the floor is doesn't stay as dry as it should because it has a really deep floor, which is nice for keeping fish in. But when it's in the wintertime and water gets in there, water does not get out.
Yeah.
Like it'll just stay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. And my Slayer Max is the same way. It's a wet floor. Um,
Yeah.
really, you can put the scupper plugs in to keep the water from coming up, but then any water that gets in doesn't go out.
Yeah. Like which in the summertime is nice,
Right.
but in the winter when it's cold is not it's not the best.
Then Silverpunk also wants to know: are you a four rod guy or a take as many as you can angler?
Well, when I'm tournament fishing or practicing, I'm normally trying and carry 9 rods. May sometimes like I have uh eight eight spots on my black pack, so I normally try and bring 9 rods. When I'm fun fishing, I'll bring like I'll bring 6 to 3 rods. Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on. What's the most that you can take with you?
The most I can take with me is 12, but I haven't ever brought more than 10 with me.
And then Yak Bass said, so is his Slayer 12.5. Must be talking about the wet rod. And now I've added a ton of weight to this thing, right? Because I
Yeah.
put the max in Slayer Max, right? Because I've got this thing rigged to the nines. But I noticed like when I put the bow motor on, it was wet. There was always standing water in the
Yeah.
floor. There was nothing I could do about it.
Yeah.
So
Like
I
I
add, when I added live scope, I put the black box and the live scope battery in a black pack, and I put it all the way into the backpack of the kayak where I won't need to reach it. You know what I mean? Unless I stop, and that balanced me out to where when I'm stopped and standing still, I got no water on the floor. But when
yeah.
I'm moving and I'm under power, that's when it fills up.
Yeah, like I definitely noticed a lot more water when I added a in when I upgraded from a Newport 180 Pro to a Newport 300, which is probably about a 20-pound weight difference between battery and motor. So I noticed a pretty big difference there.
Okay.
Yeah, in the amount of water.
Steven Sturgeon says, "Hey Charlie, Gunnersville was trial by fire for you. You handled the whole experience like a pro." Let's go ahead and talk about that experience that he's talking about. What happened to
Okay.
Charlie at Lake Gunnersville?
Lake Gunnersville. It's always treated me extremely well. Here, wait. Sorry, my I was seeing if I could move this up a little higher, but Lake Gunnersville. That's where I fished my first national tournament, and then I went back last summer and fished a tournament with Thad Moody, a native no limit, and I ended up getting fourth. And I was about 1.5 fish away from first place. So that treated me very well that day. I had 200 something inches and it was just a great day on the water. I beat a lot of people that I like I beat Fluke Master and Russ Snyder's and a couple other people like that. So that really, I really enjoyed that, and I got to meet a lot of people. And I ended up buying my first tie nets with all my like mowing money. I From that summer I ended up buying his tie nets. So that's how I got my first tie nets at Gunnersville. And then I went there for the KBF National Championship this last year. And it was going pretty well. It was going at better it was going as good as I could have hoped for. I got 13th place day 1, ninth place day 2, and then on day 3, I ended up having a kayak wreck. My kayak came off the trailer uh, on the highway, and I wasn't able to fish for about 3 hours that day until I went and got a new kayak from Chad Hoover. Yeah.
Mm.
So that was a very tough experience, especially being had been doing so well in that tournament. So yeah, and
That hurts, man. Your lawn mowing money, right? Like
yeah,
that's your life savings right there. You know.
yeah, it was, and it really hurt. Like I gave myself probably about 10 minutes to be upset about it on the side of the highway. It was really hard walking up to it, and just because I had found, well, because we went back up the highway looking for it, couldn't find it. Then we came back the other way and I see one of my batteries in the road, like smashed up just the lithium cells. And that was on the inside of my kayak. So I knew it had to have been bad for that battery to be not in the kayak anymore. And that's when I knew that it was very destroyed. And it took us a while to find it. We think we see it on the side. We see it on the side of the road. Then we turn around, go back, get it, and it was pretty totaled. But something real that I find interesting is I can't move my Titan. Like I can get it on the trailer, just
Mhm.
barely, and I was able to pick it up by the side and put it on the trailer. So
That's how much
that's what
plastic lost. Yeah.
yeah, and the adrenaline from the whole
Yeah.
situation,
Yeah.
and
I bet you
that
were mad. I bet you were real angry too.
I didn't really I it's hard to I don't get too angry, but it was upsetting. Yeah, but I was actually able to get on the water extremely quickly compared to what I thought, and I was able to still get a limit that day, and I think I ended up in, like, 30th for that day, and so it was pretty tough because I had had 2 good days before, and I missed the morning bite, and that was pretty tough, but I still had a great experience, and then afterwards at the captain's meeting, I was taken care of by the whole kayak community, and I was able to get a new kayak, and I ended up on the way to return Chad Hoover's kayak the next day. I actually had the bearings go out on my trailer. So change I had to change the bearings, but I couldn't the bearings I got were like something was messed up, so they weren't quite working right, and there was nowhere open to really get new bearings besides like AutoZone, and AutoZone didn't have the right ones, so I put some on there, got it to KBF headquarters, and then I actually offered the day before. I had offered to help build a Malone trailer that was being given away as a prize,
Hmm.
and I didn't know that that was the trailer I was building, that I was gonna get at the captain's meeting. So, built so I got a new trailer and a new kayak, and just within 24 hours got taken care of and stuff replaced, and like trap strap companies and like just random people reaching out saying, "What do you need?"
That's
Yeah,
awesome, man. That's awesome. The fishing community is like no other. It really is.
yeah,
Yeah, the Rex Titan is proof that people crying about dragging kayaks over gravel bars are as paranoid as Randy B.
yeah,
It's humbling support for the community making stuff possible. Yep. And then Chase says that he's ready to make the upgrade to a Titan also. I wonder if
yeah,
that's because he might be at Santee right now. He's over there.
yeah.
Those guys.
No, the Titan is a amazing platform. How easy it is to rig is just like it's crazy. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and it's like fishing on a floating dock.
Hmm.
It,
It
it really.
is.
And then he says, "Don't they make one-way scupper plugs?" Yeah. There's some stuff you can do. Check out Andrew Blair. Just put out a video where he kind of modifies them to do the one-way scupper deal. Um, but yeah, there is that option. Some people feel like they
Yeah,
don't drink fast enough,
yeah.
and
Like
yeah,
I've thought about doing that, but it's already warm outside, so
yeah. I don't
yeah,
have too much of a problem. Like I said, especially since I put the battery in the back. So in the summertime, I'll run all my scuppers except for the four directly under me. I'll pull those out. But in the
yeah,
wintertime, all scuppers, all in, all the time. Stay dry.
yeah. I run all my scuppers all the time. Occasionally, like I'll have one pulled out just to let water drain or to let what in the summertime to let water in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think like my old town, bone dry all the time. Like water can be, I can have the pedal, like water drains out as fast as it comes in. But the native is just, it's different. So,
It's a
but I
bath.
don't mind it. And yeah,
I like it. I like the deep floor. I like it being low like that, below the water
mhm,
line. It gives me a sense of security to feel
yeah.
like there's I don't know, if it makes sense. And then Thad wants to know what's your biggest confidence bait other than a wacky.
Um, probably it's either probably a jig head minnow. I don't have scope. But a jig head minnow in grass is great.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, jig head minnow or chatterbait because like I just really like reeling it like almost as fast as I can and shaking it. I don't know. It just works great. It's fun, and I almost always catch them doing that. So,
What tournaments are you looking forward to this year?
well, the biggest one is probably the Bassmaster at Santee Cooper. I'm excited because I'm gonna meet a lot of people that I haven't met before, and
Yeah.
I've yeah, and I've never fished a Bassmaster because this is the first year that I'd be old enough. So I'm excited about that one, and never fished in never fished in South Carolina. So
Brother,
yeah,
I've never fished a grass lake, all right?
no, yeah, they're a lot of fun.
There ain't no grass in Lake Lanier.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
have
and
you ever fished a Highland Reservoir, a lake like Lake Lanier?
mm, yes. Smith Lake, I would probably say.
Yep.
Yeah. Cause I was there watching the Bassmaster tournament but I was fishing. I would fish for a couple hours a day and I don't think I think I caught like a crappie the whole time I was there, just one crappie. Yeah.
The sometimes unspoken MVPs are Charlie's parents. It's so awesome to see not only their support, but how great of a young man they are raising. Always in the comments, always cheering him on. Love it. And I totally agree with you, Steve. Because I sit quietly. I don't comment and interact on a whole lot of people's stuff, but I see what's going on, And
Yeah.
you definitely have a core support group with your mom and dad.
Yeah. They're very supportive and always help guide me in the right direction with stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh! Shots fired.
Yeah, she
Official.
did. She caught a crappie, or maybe I didn't even catch a crappie. I can't remember, but she caught more fish than me. I remember.
So, what
Yeah.
got you into fishing? What got you into bass fishing?
Well, there was the first time, like I would always go like brim fishing. The first time I remember being excited about fishing is for like a year we were renting in a small cabin, and they had a overstocked lake, and Academy Sports had just opened up in our town.
Mm,
And so I remember going to Academy to buy baits to fish that pond, and it was that's where I actually started like consciously liking fishing a lot. And then like just seeing like in lakes that were low with water, seeing that there were a lot of fish in them and trying to catch those. And then and then what got me into kayak fishing more, there was a 4-H kayak fishing club, and I had a kayak, and I like to fish in our little lake in the backyard. So I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go to that." And I found out about tournaments, and I fished my first tournament probably a month or two after that, and just having seeing that and knowing tournaments, and then YouTube rabbit holes about fishing and learning how complicated it gets, uh, is probably what got me into fishing, is learning how many, like, the baits and then, like, tournaments and all, that, and seeing people like Christine Fisher and, like, Aggressively Average Anglers and people like that is probably what got me into it the most.
okay, awesome, awesome. And then Thad wants to know what's one bait that you just hate throwing?
Well, I would a jig, I would probably say, but
Mm,
I don't throw a jig very often, and I want to like it. I throw swim jigs a lot, but and plated jigs, but I would probably say one bait I just hate throwing is a Texas rig. I don't throw Texas rigs.
same,
Yeah,
same here. I don't know. It's just
like
boring. It's boring.
yeah, I've never really caught fish on them, and like there always seems to be a bait that you can catch one better. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if you need a drag, a Carolina rig is better at that. Oh, if you need a flip cover, a jig is better at that. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
So if you could
No,
pick one bait to throw for the rest of your life, what would it be?
uh, chatterbait, probably.
Yeah.
I love a wacky rig, though. I don't know if I could give up the wacky rig. But a chatterbait is just more versatile.
Mhm.
I would probably have to say a chatterbait.
Okay. What's your chatterbait trailer?
Chatterbait trailer. Uh, the MRE from tactical fishing, and yeah, the MRE, and probably second is probably a spunk shad from Hog Farmer.
Yeah, Spunk Shad's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
Silver Punk said swim jig. Heck yeah, he's liking
yeah.
it. Yeah, we just John G. What trailer do you use on the chatterbait? MRE baby, MRE
Yeah,
and Farmer, or what is it? The Spunk Shad.
yeah.
I think a lot of people use that Spunk Shad.
Yeah, it's just like it's something about how it makes the bait wander around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget to try out those the missile minnow too from Tactical on
Yeah,
there.
I have a couple. I've tried them out, but I haven't put that much time into them yet.
And Patricia said Christine Fisher is fishing the open at Sam Rayburn.
Yeah,
Yeah, good luck to her. Good MRE. Yes. Yeah, we love the MRE around here.
yeah. Dad catches some big ones on 'em around here.
Yeah, he does. So what's your oh, have you jumped on the Koike train?
Koiki? I don't think I've heard of that.
Neither have I, so I can't help you out with that. What's your home body of water? What's your home lake?
Hmm. There's a couple small lakes around me, but the lake that I fish Lake Lamar Bruce a lot, and that's about an hour away. Yeah.
Is that
Got a
shallow?
couple others. It doesn't really have much grass. It's more of like it's almost rocky. It's not super clear, but yeah.
Say
I
it,
didn't
Charlie.
say it. Uh, well, there's like one or two, but they're smaller lakes, so I can't say the name.
We're
Uh,
not gatekeepers here, Thad.
yeah,
Oh, have
yeah.
you ever thrown a dice bait?
Yeah, or I actually threw one the other day.
Yeah, did you catch
Um,
anything?
nope, I didn't throw it for too long, but it had some interesting action. I saw some at Academy and I picked a couple off. Uh, so
Was it the Strike King one?
I'm yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I can't afford any other ones.
Yeah, I got some too.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited to try them out some more.
Yeah, I got some of the Strike King dice baits, and I got some of the fuzzy Senkos too, because I want
Yeah,
to. Because I was doing that already with Senkos and threading some jig material through the worm, and
yeah,
but I was only doing like a little bit up at the tip of the tail, where these ones that they're doing at the factory, they've got it all the way through the whole worm.
yeah. Have you noticed a different have you noticed the, fuzzy Senkos working better or the homemade ones?
I haven't tried them yet. I just bought them this weekend.
Ah,
I just bought them on Sunday.
yeah, okay.
All right, Steve Billington. Charlie, do I want Grey Goose or Wave Strike? I'm torn. Heavy on Grey Goose, I think. Don't want Greater Green. The RVR is already Venom. Well, Steve, I will tell you this. Andrew has gray. I have gray, and when I get a Titan, it will also be gray. Thad's got Wave Strike. What color is yours? Is yours Wave Strike or is your new one camo?
Well, I had Grey Goose, but now I had the gray and black one like Andrew, but
Mm-hmm.
now I have the camo that's like the tan that goes into the green and gray.
Yep.
But I would say Water Strike is better than Grey Goose. Just because it gets slightly less hot, and I'm kind of partial to the color blue.
I liked that when it came out, but I think that
Yeah,
I'm too stuck on the gray now that I can't change it.
yeah. Like I liked my gray, but it got a little hot.
And then Yak Bass wants to know what bladed jig do you throw the most? Do you just go with the OG chatterbaits, jackhammer,
I I
Evos,
can't
or
get away from the jackhammer, but the Evos are pretty good.
yeah? Have you
Yeah.
tried any of the mini ones?
Yeah, I've tried the baby jack and the baby Evo. The baby jack is not worth the money. The baby Evo is better, I think, in my opinion.
Okay, cool.
Like, I haven't noticed a big difference in fish catching, but yes, the Evo I found works a bit better. Here, sorry, I just had to.
You
But
feel like it starts up quicker when you start reeling it or something, or what do you think is better about it?
I think the head being better, like the head being lead, so it's a bigger head. Actually, like the blade contacts it more and makes a better click, and it's cheaper. Like Thad just said, that's probably it's $6 or $7 cheaper. So that's probably, and it's just as good. So yeah,
Okay. And what is your favorite top water bait to throw?
favorite top water. That one is tough, but I'd probably a spook. I like the spook, and second would probably be a buzzbait.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice. Buzz bait. I like it. I like it.
yeah,
Have you ever caught any spotted bass?
yeah. I haven't ever like got on a exclusively spotted bass pattern, but I catch a lot of them.
Okay. Any big?
Just biggest has probably been like a 19,
Oh,
18. So like still a big spot, but not
yeah.
like crazy.
A decent. Those are decent ones. Those are good ones.
Hmm.
That's like, and then I'd say like with a spot, it's like 18. It's a good fish, and then
Yeah,
anything like 20 and over is like, yeah,
yeah. That's a big spot.
yeah, that's a real big spot.
Yeah. So, something that I haven't caught much of, but I really like catching is smallmouth. I've caught two ever, and they were like two like 17s ish, and they are great. They fight like they a 2 pounder fights like a 4 pounder, a 4 pound
Yeah.
bass, and a largemouth. So I really want to get up to what's it called? Pickwick Lake and catch a couple more of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, and Thad says, as y'all can see, me and Charlie have a lot of the same fishing techniques. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Then I would
Well,
say probably you have never caught a shoal bass.
no, I have not.
Let's see, and then Silver Punk says a 19-inch spot fights like a 24-inch largemouth. Yes.
Yeah. Never caught a 24, but I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, spots are. I call I call a spotted bass is like a smallmouth from a trailer park. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, smallies are just because I've never caught a smallmouth.
Yeah.
0.5.
They, I had tried. I tried and tried. And I ended up, it was the like combat crawl from Tactical and a Ned rig is what finally caught me one because I was only catching largemouth until I threw that on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What color combat crawl?
I can't remember the exact color, but it's like my favorite tactical color. It's red on the bottom, green pumpkin on top,
Okay.
and I like that.
Awesome.
It
Let's see.
my
Let's see. What's your PB largemouth?
my PV largemouth is a trying to remember because I feel like 23. It might have been 23 and a half. For some reason, I'm drawing blank. And then weight wise, like set 6.5 pounds.
Okay.
And I think it was 23 and a half.
Big fish.
And yeah, it was on a deep diving crankbait. So I called it, I was speed cranking at like 15 foot. So that thing put off a really crazy fight because it was so down deep. It was just, I thought I was snagged for a second. It was, and I messed up my net for a second. So I almost lost it. It was a good fight.
Oh man, those are the best. I know. I when I caught my PB last summer, I caught my PB last summer. Uh, it
Yeah.
was it was a show. right? Trying to,
Mhm.
because once I saw the fish, the adrenaline comes. You get excited. You know how big it is, and you're trying to get the net out. You're trying to get it in the net, and it's chaos.
Yeah, like how big was it?
It was 23 and a quarter. Yeah,
Oof, that's a big
just
one.
7. It was a nice. It was a big fish. It was a good one. It was
Yeah,
awesome. It was great.
yeah.
So Steven wants to know,
Yeah.
when you fish a jig, do you match your trailer color or contrast?
Well, I'm gonna adopt this for a swim jig, and occasionally I will match. But I found, or whenever I can have a good swim jig bite and kind of dial it in, I always try mismatched. So like a green pumpkin, I'll throw in a white trailer or something like that. Or if it's like I don't throw white swim jigs very often, but I'll throw a green pumpkin trailer is how I normally mismatch. Yeah.
Okay.
But I really like the white trailer on the green pumpkin swim jig.
Okay. I've been throwing a not a swim jig, but it's green pumpkin purple, and I
Yeah.
throw it with a black and blue crawl on the back of it. And man, they eat that sucker.
Yeah.
And
Green
sometimes I
pumpkin
mix the
purple.
clubs and chartreuse.
Yeah.
But
That sounds like a good combo right there.
yeah, I like it. They seem
But
to like it. It seems to get bit. And then DW
yeah.
says my brother was throwing a crankbait and thought he had a monster bass on, and it was a loon. LOL. Oh man. Yeah. You ever have
Yeah.
to hook a bird?
No, I haven't.
No, no birds, no beavers, no alligators.
I have a alligator once, but I didn't have to unhook it. It unhooked itself.
Nice.
I don't know, I was real young and I was dangling a fish in the water under a dock, and there was an alligator right beside it, and it came up and ate it. I was probably 6 years old, but I've had to unhook a couple turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Crazy. Stingrays?
Yep, stingrays. There's a lot, you catch a lot of stingrays in the ocean around in the like Gulf Coast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've caught a lot of people really don't like them because you have to flip them over without getting close enough to for them to sting you. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
My dad caught one when I was a kid, and we just laid a cooler on top of it so that we could unhook it, and then we kicked it in the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't know, we because we were catching flounder, and we didn't know what it was at first. We thought it was another flounder. It was dark outside, and then just kind of started reaching down there to grab it, and it let us know real quick that it was not a flounder.
Yeah.
Nathan said he's scared
And
of catching a loon. I bet they're pretty aggressive. Yeah, I bet. I bet they're not happy when they got a hook in their face either. And
yeah.
of course, Steve would know this. Stingrays are good eating.
Yeah.
Not
I've never thought about eating a stingray, but I'll
neither.
take your word for it, Steve.
Steve would be the one to know.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
So what? Oh, and the osprey. Okay, yeah. So what trails are you fishing this year? You're doing the one Bassmaster tournament, right? Any other
Yeah.
Bassmaster stuff on the schedule for you this year?
Well, I kind of wanted to go fish the one at Caddo. That's
Yeah.
about 5.5 hours for me. But there's a no limit on Gunnersville, and I really like Gunnersville, so I think I'm gonna go to that one because it works out better with my parents' schedule, and it I really like Gunnersville, so yeah, go fish that no limit.
Cool,
Try and
cool.
get me a win. bigger one of those.
Yeah, try and get you one of those.
Yeah.
Silverpunk says if you see the loons, go fish where they're at. Thad said a lot of scallops you order in restaurants are actually stingray cut into circles.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Didn't know that.
Me neither. I've probably eaten stingray then because I
Yeah.
like scallops. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't eat most fish. Besides like I bass, crappie, and like salmon. That those are my three fish. I don't, which is kind of funny because like people are like, "Oh, you like to fish? What's your favorite like type of fish to eat?" And I'm like, I don't like most of them, but bass, yeah. uh,
Yeah, people are always like, "You take those home?" And I'm like,
yeah,
"No, no, 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 I don't.
yeah,
Don't really take them home."
yeah. Like the only time I take them home is occasionally me and my friends will be kind of like, will be like, "Huh, maybe you should go cook these. Maybe try and cook them over a fire or something like that."
Yeah,
That's when we cook them. Yep.
that's awesome. And then Will says he really just wants one of those giant checks.
Yeah, I really want one of those, the like big ones. That's I have yet to get one of those because there wasn't one for the for fourth place. So I want to hold off one of those.
Yeah, so you were
Yeah.
just this close, huh? This close
Hmm.
to a big check.
So close. So
Man,
close.
man.
Yeah. I think it was like 17, 18 inches to getting first place. And in a no limit, that's not too much. That's not much at all.
Yeah, no, not at all. So you've got high school fishing teams and stuff. How does that work for like the kayak side of it? Does the school provide kayaks for people or what? How does that work?
Well, I'm homeschooled, so I don't have any, and there's no like kayak teams around here. There's some like boat trails, but I haven't fished any of those yet. I keep busy with the kayak stuff, but I hope more schools start introducing kayak clubs because I think it would be very beneficial compared to boats, which the school can't afford to buy boats, but they might be able to afford to buy like spend like 5,000 on some kayaks or something like that. So I'm real excited for more schools to start doing that.
Okay. And then besides Thad, who would you love to go fishing with?
Um, I that I haven't gone fishing with. I want to go fishing with all the tactical guys. That seems like it's gonna be a fun time in South Carolina. But I think I want to go fishing. I want to go fishing with Russ Snyder. He's always such a happy dude and keeps such a positive mindset, but he catches so many good fish. I think I'd want to go fishing with him.
Awesome. That's a good choice. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then Silverpunk said it would be so much easier for students to get into kayaks. Yeah, it would. It
Yeah.
would. And it'd be easier to get like sponsors and donors to buy kayaks than it is, hey, buy
Hmm.
this bass boat.
Yeah.
Buy 10 of them.
Yeah. Like I feel like it's so much more accessible, and like a kid if they're motivated to make money, they can go get enough money to buy a kayak
Mm-hmm.
without too much heart, like without too much problem. So I feel like that's a sport that we should encourage more kids to get into compared to a bass boat, which most ad- almost every adult can afford a new bass boat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then he says, DW says he's going to retire in May and almost has his crescent shoalie ready to fish the lakes. Awesome. I got a
Oh
crescent shoalie
yeah.
side. It's not mine, but I got one.
Yeah. Indeed. I
So
house kayaks for a couple of my buddies.
yeah. Oh, let's see. And then Dad says that's why he started the 4-H kayak fishing program. I'm sure it would be harder to monitor them for safety reasons and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have the safety stuff when you get out and you're getting involved on the water and stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, like DW said, just getting the youth more involved with the outdoors is awesome. Yeah, I love it that you go out, you fish, and you're doing this kind of stuff and you're not cooped up in your bedroom drinking Mountain Dew and playing Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. It's a lot. Like it's so much nicer to be in nature and experience and also to experience the kayak fishing community and be able to be competitive within it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, being able to be competitive in it is a big thing. That's
Yeah.
you should be proud of yourself for that because
Yeah.
it's not easy, man. It's really not. People think that they're gonna buy a kayak and slap a live scope on it and go win
Mm.
money, and it doesn't work that way, you know.
Yeah. Like I haven't gotten live scope yet. I've borrowed Thad's a couple times and we like to joke that I've caught more fish using it than he has. But I really like it. It's and if I almost bought it last year, but then I bought the Titan and I think I I think I'm gonna buy it within the next couple of months. I think I wanna buy it before Santee Cooper
Yeah,
or before Gunnersville is my goal if I can save up enough to get it. And yeah.
it's a great tool, and I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun
Mhm.
to watch them.
Like I have a clip of me at Gunnersville. I had Thad's live scope, and this was in like practice. I just had my legs up on like the kayak, and then I was just looking around, and then I see something, so I undo the bail and let the bait drop, and I catch a, and then I start shaking it, and I catch a like 17, and it's such a funny clip to watch back on.
Oh no, we lost them. Whoa, what
Oop,
happened? It was
right.
doing this to the guys the other night too. It
Huh.
was going crazy on them, man. It was going
Uh,
crazy on them.
It swapped her sides on my screen.
I don't know why it
Uh,
does. It did that to me too. Oh,
yeah.
so what kind of fishing do I use the shoalie for? So it's not my shoalie. The shoalie belongs to Danny, who owns the live well. Um,
Mm.
and I guess he don't want it for some reason. I don't know. I keep trying to get with him. Our schedules just never line up. So,
Yeah.
but it is not mine, and he uses it. He fishes Hollis Latham across the street from his house with it.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we got here? Purchase Charlie's 3D printed kayak accessories so he can purchase live scope. You doing
Yeah.
3D printed accessories?
Yeah. I for the old towns and like Newports and stuff. For I make like I make like some transducer mounts and stuff,
Okay.
but I make like the knobs for the pedal drive, and then like this one is for the Newport and stuff.
Awesome, awesome. You didn't mention that earlier.
Yeah, or I do a lot of stuff to make money. Like I work for a couple different companies, but that's like some passive income. I sell them on like Amazon, eBay, Etsy. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool. I had no
uh,
idea about that.
yeah. Like I don't do too much advertising because people who are buying them already are looking on Amazon and Etsy and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any plans to make more stuff?
I'm always looking and designing to make more stuff. Like, I'm about to start selling some upgraded steering handles for the old towns, and I'm looking for stuff on the Titan, and I'm always open to if anyone has ideas and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's awesome. Well, so
Like,
what are you using SolidWorks?
um, I'm not the best at 3D modeling. Like, I can 3D model like this
Mm-hmm.
knob, but I can't 3D model much else. So, but I have a friend who I got into 3D printing, but now he's 3D model. Now he's a lot better at 3D modeling than me. Uh, so I can pay him to 3D model anything that's too complicated for me. And yeah, like I use Fusion 360 most of the time. Uh, but like this is a replacement propeller for the Newports because at one point Newport was had their now they dropped the price to like $60. So I don't think there's much of a market for this anymore. But this was going to be like an emergency propeller that you can buy for like 20 bucks uh and keep on your kayak to uh, like just in case your propeller breaks, because the Newport propellers are pretty durable.
Yeah.
And their propellers were almost $100 at one point. So
Ooh.
I decided to just to model that or pay
Oh,
somebody
oh,
to.
it looks good. It looks like you bought it from a company.
Yeah, no, my friend did a good job.
Have you ever thought about getting into bait making?
I have thought about it, but I think it's a too saturated industry. I'll keep ideas in my head for like soft baits I want to get made. And I've made a couple clay molds and tried to make certain soft plastics, just like ones that I have in my head or like I kind of want that made. But I have never found something that's good enough to make. And if I did, I'd probably just reach out to like Tactical and see if they would make it. But I think it's oversat, or at least soft plastic is saturated right now.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I like tactical so much is because Andrew does his own thing, right? Where
Hmm.
there's 55 billion people out there pouring stick baits with the same old Senko mold. It's all
Yeah.
the same, you know. It's so I like that what drew me to him was that he does something different. And then Steve said, I didn't know he's doing that. I'm going to start sending people your way. I'm trying not to push too far into 3D printing right now.
Yeah. The If Steve or anyone has any ideas of something they want 3D modeled for their kayak, I am always looking for new things to make and have just been like expanding and sending some products out to different people. So, yeah.
Awesome. And then Steve said that he can't even do basic math. If he can model stuff on Fusion 360, so can you.
Yeah. It's there's some Fusion is annoying as heck. There's one that I can't remember the name of that, but I'll send it to you that's a lot easier to learn. My brother just has a student email so I can use Fusion for free. So I've But there's a couple of simpler ones that just kind of work better.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So if a company came to you and said, "Charlie, we need help designing a new bait," what are you going to help them make?
A new type of bait or a new bait?
It just says just a bait. It just says to design a bait.
Well, there's nothing real too new you can do. My bread and butter is a stick bait. I would probably want to design something like that. but a uh the I think the design for the uh I would probably design a stick bait, and it would probably consist of a solid middle, and then instead of the like 2 inches on either side off the middle being round, it would probably be a square shape that tape or a no a X that tapers away. I don't know if that makes sense, but like a thinner plastic, and I just want to experiment to see what that would look like.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, John loves the swagger sticks.
Yeah.
And then Steve said that Fusion is a lot to learn, but the timeline is amazing for making changes, fixes, upgrades, etc. I don't
Yeah.
know anything about 3D printing. I know zero, zilch, nothing, nada.
Yeah. Well, I upgraded last year to here wait, that's the wrong thing. To this one. Yeah. This one right there. And it is extremely fast and nice. And it just melts plastic and puts it back in a different shape. So I like it.
That's cool. Um,
Yeah.
well, shoot, man. So, any like, what's your bucket list lake? What lake do you want to fish? You you dream about it?
Lake Fork is probably the lake that I dream about.
Yeah.
It has to be Lake Fork, right? I'm trying to think of anything else. Like Lake Champlain seems like it'd be a fun lake to fish, but Lake Champlain and Lake Fork.
Okay. Cool. I
Yeah.
like the well, I always butcher the name. I think it's like Lake Baccarat or Baccarat in Mexico. It's got some
Yeah.
giant, big.
Yeah. I think I've heard of that.
And then
Yeah.
Steven wants to know, what are your plans? What are your future plans for a career?
Well, I'm not I'm dyslexic, and I'm not the best at spelling, paperwork, reading. So I think it'd probably be something like welding, or for the next like 3 or 4 years, I think I'm gonna stick to landscaping and stuff like that just because it pays pretty well and it has very flexible hours. But past that, probably um I feel I want to get a couple like welder like I want to get like 3 different certifications so I can do different jobs. Like general house maintenance is probably what I'm going to want to be doing. So just have a couple different like electrician, welding, and plumbing certifications or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
that's my plan for now. For now. Or fishing if it works out right.
Yeah, or fishing, right? Yeah. We
Yeah.
all got the eggs in that basket, I think,
Yeah,
right?
if that works out, that would like maybe mow a couple days a week because it just makes a lot of money, and then fish the rest of the time. That'd be the goal, is to try and monetize fishing in some way.
Yeah, you could be fishing all day while you've got a crew running your business for you.
Yeah, yep, something
While
like that.
you're fishing, you know. And this
Hmm.
guy DW says fishing Lake Erie in New York for smallmouth would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely. If I had to pay for a guide trip somewhere, that's where I would do it. So I be in a boat and catch big smallmouth.
Yeah, and Silverpunk, he says it's very refreshing to see a kid who wants to get into trade skills, and it is, man, because there's not enough that want to, or that actually can. You know, some people just kind of try to learn to go through the motions so that they can collect a paycheck. And because
Mhm.
I'm an automotive mechanic, and I see it big time, man. These guys come in and They kind of the don't not necessarily cheat, but for lack of a better word, cheat their way through school and training and stuff like that, and then you throw them out into the real world, and you find out that they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah. Like there's a lot I feel like there's a lot of money to be made in different things as long if you're like because it seems like a lot of people in like trades kind of like they put in like not like they bare minimum or because it's real hard work, but I feel like a lot of people there's a lot of money to be made if you're motivated and know what you're doing. So like that
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I'm probably leaning towards, but it'd be really nice if I could just continue landscaping and fishing and have those work together until fishing is full time. Yeah.
If Thad said you're going to work at his lawn and land management company when he finally gets it started.
Yeah.
And then Mandy, this must be mom, Mandy Sanders here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said,
Mhm.
don't forget Okeechobee and Kissimmee down in Florida.
Yeah. Okeechobee would be really nice to
Yeah.
fish in the Kissimmee chain. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking it one at a time. I really want to fish Gunnersville. Really want to fish Santee. I'm definitely knocking Santee off the list 2 times this year, not once but twice.
Mhm.
So then next we'll try to do Gunnersville, and then after that I'll try to get down into Florida.
Yeah. He's trying Gunnersville. Uh you should like Gunnersville is a great lake. If you ever, I've got 60 marked spots on it.
Wow.
Like I'd put spots where every single spot I caught a fish. Not if I caught 4 fish somewhere, I would only put one mark. But so
That's awesome. That's cool. Seeing the Yak Bass says that seeing the Bassmaster series, kayak series on 10 Killer Lake last year is what got me looking into tournaments. Okay, cool, man. Awesome.
yeah, yeah,
And then Steve said he sent you a product slash customer on Instagram.
yeah.
So there you go, man.
Okay,
Getting making you some money tonight. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Check that after the show.
Live Scope Fund.
Mm-hmm. I actually for a while I had like a little separate tab in my bank account saving that was LiveScope Fund.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. Was all the
Mhm.
grass is all the grass at Gunnersville overwhelming?
Yes, yes. It can be. It can be like um the biggest tip that I've ever heard for breaking down grass mats um is if a mat seem like if the grass seems overly muggy or like this is probably what helps me break down water around mats great uh is is the like if the mat seems alive because if the mat is alive there'll be bluegill in it and alive is like you see little splashes and if you listen really close you can hear slight chirps of brim popping at the water to grab little on top of mats there's all these little flies and if you listen really quietly you can hear little pops from like brim just barely pop you can't even see it but that if a mat just seems completely dead like a mat can still be good if there aren't those little pops but if it's like slick calm and you can't really hear anything there's no current there's nothing moving and that like if you don't hear little pops or if you do you can kind of move along and break down mats a lot quicker that's one of the things that I've noticed and heard from big people.
Hmm. Okay. I haven't heard that
Yeah,
yet. I like that. We get a lot of
yeah,
people on here on the
yeah,
different episodes and stuff. We get a lot of guys talking and
yeah,
you don't hear anybody talking about that. That's good stuff, man. Hope you guys
yeah,
are listening.
yeah. Like that's not like That's just one of the things that I've noticed help me like go from mat to mat quickly.
Okay. Cool, man. Awesome. Okay. And then, okay, Silverpunk wants to know what forward-facing sonar would you get?
I would probably get active target 2.
Okay. Why?
Uh because that's what Thad uses, and
Ah, it was coming.
so when my kayak wrecked, there was my the black bot's got a little hole shaved in it. So I replaced that for him. So now I have a Lowrance black bots that still
Oh,
works. I just need to patch it up a little bit.
there you go.
And so I'd probably
Yeah,
use
you're halfway
Lowrance.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. And if that upgrades, I can buy his old one. And it seems like he's gonna upgrade soon. uh
And then Will, is that dad? Is Will dad?
yes.
Okay, he said that you really dial it in. And then DW said that is some awesome juice right there. Silver pump.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Where you find bluegill, you'll find some really big bass eating them. And he would
Yeah.
also active target too as well. I am
Yeah.
a Garmin guy. I've got
Yeah.
a scope. I've got a LVS 34 and I love it. I love
Mhm. I will say the Garmin is better live scope. It's just clearer. You can see a little farther. I've hopped on a couple people's boats and kayaks, and it works a little bit better.
it. Steve said that Thad's upgrading to the new Lowrance X-ray machine.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. That's funny. Yeah, I love it, man. I haven't experienced the active target 2.
yeah,
I have experienced the Mega Live active target 1 and both the LVS 32 and the LVS 34, and that LVS 34 is it's
yeah.
awesome. It's awesome. It really is. It's very very detailed. I can see fish. I feel like I can see fish more than 120 feet out.
Wow. Yeah. On the Reliance, it seems to cap at about 70.
Okay.
Yeah. Is what I have noticed that you can like actually make out what's like because you can like see the little blobs, but it seems like about 70 is what I stick at.
Okay. Have you I know you haven't used it much, but have you started to notice what fish looks like what? Like, can you look at the
It,
marks on the screen and pick out what's a bass and what's not?
um, to an extent, yes. I still sometimes get because I've had a couple days, couple full days on the water with it, and I've had the opportunity to get in a couple people's boats and just kind of and they teach have been showing me, but I got pretty good at distinguishing crappie from bass because I hooked a couple crappie like through the side or in a fin or something
Mm-hmm.
because I would like drag the bait through there and then but I still sometimes mess it up, but most of the time I can kind of tell what's a bass pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
that's what when I decided I was gonna do the live scope stuff, I um I went out on a couple of guide trips, man, with some guides here on Lanier, and told them that's what I wanted. I want to dial in my forward facing sonar, and that's what we
Yeah.
did. We dialed forward facing sonar by it.
No, doesn't help being in a boat with someone that knows how to do it. Doesn't that help so much?
Yeah,
Like that
it,
that shot me leaps ahead
yeah,
with the scope.
yeah. That and like showing you how to do the settings and set it up, and they know right where everything's at. They're not wasting time and oh, I think it's over here and that's not the right screen. Like wasting
Hmm.
time trying to navigate around a machine that they don't know their way around.
What's up, bucktail
Oh, is that one of your buddies?
fishing?
Know them?
I know them from YouTube comment sections.
Okay.
Or from live shows. Like I will comment and they're one of the regular people that joins lives.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining in, Bucktail. Appreciate you. Over here at the Measuring Board, brought to you by the Live Well, brought to you
Yeah.
by Fish North Georgia.
Hmm.
All right. So we'll see you at Santee Cooper this, what is it? End of May, May 30th, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm, yeah, I'm excited for that. I feel like we're gonna get some good content out of that. Tactical fishing, everybody being together, and like 4 Titanetzes will be there out of like however many people are going.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
a fun time. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a riot. I know that. It'll be lots of laughs. Should be some good food getting eaten up. So it should be a lot of fun. And then Bucktail
yeah,
said, I met you down at the
yeah,
KBF championship. It was there with Jermaine.
yeah. I didn't connect that was username to person, but yeah, yeah.
And then Jets Fishing Adventures says, What's up, y'all? Gville grass is amazing.
I agree.
And
My favorite.
there's some super hammers with forward facing sonar on Lanier, and there is.
Yeah.
Most certainly is.
There's some. My favorite grass is like 9 foot deep depth, and then grass comes up to about 3 or 4 foot below the surface. That, oof, I love it whenever I find grass like that.
I've never fished grass. It's
Yeah.
never ever. So my
Well,
average out here, there's some spots that I'll fish that are shallow, but usually 15, 20 feet or more.
oof. Yeah, that's like in a lot of our lakes around here. That's like the deepest point in the lake. Like, oh yeah, right by the levee wall is 20 foot deep. Or,
Yeah,
but
no, you'll get this right on the edge of the bank.
yeah,
And then there's some areas though too where you'll go out and you'll be catching 5 and 6 pound spotted bass over 80 plus feet of water.
yeah, that's just crazy. I don't like Smith Lake. I saw the depth said like 70 feet, and I was like, that's too deep. Like
Was
next
it
to the
nervous?
wall, it would be 50 foot. It was pretty nervous because there were the amount of wake boats on Smith Lake cannot be understated. There's so many of them going, and it's like a pool full of boats, and then all the wake is just hitting and bouncing around everywhere.
Yes, like
It's
Lanier.
pretty crazy.
It
Yeah,
sounds a lot like Lanier in the summertime.
yeah,
So we have a lot of what we call electric only reservoirs.
yeah,
So it's exactly what it sounds like, right? No gas motors. Some of them you just have to raise it up and not put it in the water, and then some of them you can't have a gas motor attached to the boat at all. So there's a couple of them that I'll pick. I'll pick and choose in the summertime. I'm usually not too scared to go to Lanier, um, but if it's like a holiday weekend or something out there, there's not a shot. There's no chance that you'll see me out
yeah.
there. So, and I'll go to one of the electric only reservoirs, so I don't have to worry about somebody running me over.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
because
like that's
go ahead.
that's a very good point. Yeah, that with the boats everywhere, and sometimes it's just better to go to the smaller lake.
Yeah, it is. It's people not paying attention, man. They're 20 adult beverages deep and they're looking back at the person skiing, you know,
Yeah,
not paying attention to where they're going. And yeah, and
and
then Silverpunk said it can be a little scary when you look down at the screen and see you're in 90 to 100 feet. Try fishing at Carter's Lake. looking down and see you're in 300 plus feet.
Oh no, that's too deep. But I don't like looking down and seeing it 50 plus. The 50 plus, anything could be down there. Like, yeah.
Let's see. He said
Uh,
if I'm in a linear tournament during the summer, I'm heading way up the river. Ah, come on. You just got to find the right areas, the right creeks and stuff like that. You don't have to go
yeah.
way up the river. And then Steve said, I avoid everywhere with people on the holidays. Go get lost in a creek. Yes, sir. And Thad said, that's ocean fishing, man. No, man. That's a man made lake here in Georgia.
Yeah.
like I think it's like 400 or 450 at its deepest. This one of the
Oof.
lakes here.
That's not. I don't think I would go. I don't know. That's a little too deep.
Some big fish in there though too.
I get. Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh, that's. It'd be fun to swim in that and just like, no, you're in 400 foot.
Hey, there we go. What's up, cranking and yanking? Our favorite resident forward-facing sonar hater, but Charlie doesn't
No.
use light scope. He doesn't have it.
Nope.
So ha.
Don't have it. Yeah. But.
Yet.
uh. Yeah.
I
But
haven't
I
seen
still
you
use a GK.
around my parts in a while there, cranking and yanking. Hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Yeah, but Steve, there's so much that could be down there. Like, there could be a submarine below you, and you wouldn't know. Like, I
No,
don't know.
if you had live
Right.
scope, you'd know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Indeed.
man. All right. So social media and stuff. Where can we find Charlie on social media?
I'm Charlie Sanders Fishing on Instagram and YouTube, and that's all I do right now. I think I'm probably gonna do Facebook pretty soon.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, you'll see
indeed,
the
and
forward facing sonar. Yep, that's right. So I've noticed that Facebook is getting, I don't want to say easier, but it's benefiting the content creators more, maybe a little bit, I guess. Um,
yeah,
I've noticed people are being able to monetize a little bit sooner, be able to start making money on stuff before you get some of those bigger numbers, because some of those goals, man, some people just aren't going to hit them, you know,
yeah,
like me. So I'm
yeah.
glad that they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think I should, I'm in probably in the next couple of months, I'll start a Facebook, but right now I'm really just focusing on growing YouTube and Instagram. Instagram is what I do most, but yeah,
Cool. Awesome. Shake a minnow on the downscope. All right, there you go.
yeah,
Carter's. Carter's is way up north, right? Yeah, it's way up north. Not way up. I mean, it's not that far from me, but I want to say it's. I always mix up. There's two lakes up there. I always mix them up. Carter's Lake is in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Come on. It's about an hour, 50 miles north of me, and I'm in North Georgia, so Facebook
yeah,
hates Steve. The biggest mistake I made in content was not doing them all at once and waiting. Same.
yeah,
My biggest mistake in content was not keeping going. I expected it to take off quicker than it does for anyone, quicker than it does for anyone. I thought it was going to be easier, and it wasn't, right? It was tough, and I wasn't getting what I thought I should be getting, even though I didn't know what I should be getting. And so I just kept quitting, man. I'd start and I'd quit and I'd start and I'd quit and I'd start and I'd quit. And then finally I started, and I don't know what happened, man. I don't. It was TikTok, really. I made a TikTok, and something with TikTok just I don't know. It was different, and now it just
Yeah.
works. I found something that I'm. No, I'm not gonna say I'm good at, but that I'm decent at with little short form videos, and there you go.
Yeah. Like my reels on Instagram do pretty decent. I don't think I'm gonna do TikTok, but I need to do a Facebook. And but like it's difficult. Like my Instagram has always been just kind of consistent, not like huge numbers, but like good interaction. But like my YouTube, it's my shorts, I've never had one do very good. Like they're always just like, oh, you get 20 views, 30 views. But my long forms, I'm hoping that they will do a bit better.
Yeah, Carter's, Blue Ridge, and Nautilus all relatively close to each other. Yeah, and it's Nautilus that I get confused with Carter's quite often. And then Crankin and
Uh,
Yankin says they won't let him on TikTok. His IQ was too high. Thanks for coming by,
yeah.
Yak Bass. Come on
Yeah.
back, man. Here every Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah, Crankin and Yankin. He's an old grumpy fella. And then Steve says each platform is its own audience. You'll get overlap, but not using them all is missing a ton of potential reach. And that is the absolute truth.
Yep. And definitely, Steve. Uh,
So have you tried any of the I know you're not doing Facebook yet, but like when you post to Instagram, you can you know how it can automatically just post to your Facebook account for you.
Yeah. I'm I haven't, but I definitely should be. And I've seen that whenever I do collaborative posts with other people that it posts automatically to Facebook. And yeah, that's something that I just need to talk over with my parents and see if Facebook would be a good fit because right now I need to be more consistent with it, and so about to start back up for the year posting consistently. But yeah.
Okay, and then Crankin.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Crankin went and followed you since you're a non-scoper. Stay strong,
Yeah.
bro.
I, I'll try cranking and yanking.
Then Jet says, I've always
uh,
noticed if the short does well on YouTube, it won't do good on TikTok. So, and we're noticing some of the same stuff too. Videos perform different on the different platforms. Um, and we don't, me and a group of friends, like, we kind of try to test, and well, they do more than me because I'm so busy working. But kind of try to test, like, okay, let's try this time or this day or morning hours, afternoon hours, like what works best. And we've noticed that yeah, it's not doing as well on other platforms.
yeah.
Got any sponsors?
I've got I've got a couple. I've got three official ones. Tactical Fishing, Mississippi Red Hot Sauce. They make some pretty good hot sauce. And Newport Vessels. And those are my three official ones, but Native Kayaks, they gave me a kayak, and Malone Trailers gave me a trailer. So I always make sure to shout them out whenever, because I'm just not officially affiliated with them yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Native's a good company, man. They
Hmm.
I fish on a Native. I'm on their pro staff, and it's it's cool, man. It's they call it the tribe, and it really is the tribe. You know.
Hmm. Tyler Brown, he was very quick to respond with anything and all the social media tags and stuff. And he got me taken care of pretty quickly.
That's awesome, man. It's cool when you see everybody come together like that for something
Hmm.
good instead of, bashing or dragging somebody down. Let's see. And then Steve says performance today might not be the same, but different platforms go off at different times. One might go off months later. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Crankin says that YouTube is tough. You have to have a niche or act like a fool.
Yeah. It I YouTube is something that I really want to grow, and like right now I have around 120 followers, but I really want to grow it. And my I want to grow it because I really like YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. The national championship debacle ended up in the green for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We know that. And then Ethan Jet would be a good. Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, if y'all know anybody that wants to be on the show, or if you want to be on the show, or anything like that, feel free to reach out to
yeah,
me, reach out to Danny, and we can see about getting you guys on. And then Steve said, "Acting like the fool I am has been great for my YouTube," and it has.
uh,
It has. Steve gets
yeah,
some good performance stuff
uh
sometimes,
huh,
so he's so goofy. I can't wait to meet that guy.
yeah, indeed,
Well, Charlie, I'm probably gonna get ready to let you go here pretty soon. So any
yeah.
final thoughts? Anything you want to say to the viewers over here? We got 15 people watching us right now.
Well, I just want thanks for watching. I want to say thanks to you for having me on,
Yeah,
and I appreciate you giving me a platform to talk. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
indeed.
As soon as Danny gave me a show, I was like talking to Thad on day one. I was like, all right, dude, I got to get Charlie on. I got to get
Yeah.
Charlie. So
Hmm.
and
Well, I appreciate you thinking of me,
yeah,
and
and always we uh we have a
yeah,
thing here where we like to try and get with the guys while they're young and get them on the show and get that relationship so we can follow them and watch and root for them. And then, in 10 years when you're fishing on the Elite Series, you can be like, man, it's all because I went on the measuring board that one
hmm,
night.
yeah, indeed. Well, I've had a good time.
Yeah, man, thanks for coming on. Like I said, we'll definitely have you back on here, I'm sure, in the future when you're out there cashing checks, man. Getting some big checks. You'll have some big
Yeah.
checks up on the wall behind you.
Um, uh, there's a couple people who I see and they have check, 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 check. I want to get like 6 of them behind me. So
You
that's
look
the
like Happy
goal.
Gilmore back there. Oh, okay, I can't let you go without this one. Do you
Yeah.
believe in Bigfoot?
Bigfoot. No, I don't think there's a Bigfoot. Um, think, yeah, I have at points in my life, but I feel like there'd be better videos,
Yeah,
better
right.
videos.
Right.
Now,
It's 2026. Like, come on.
yeah, like maybe some of the 2010s documentaries, like when not everybody had a smartphone, but now everybody has a high quality camera in their pocket. We would have some better videos.
I agree. I agree. Well, Charlie, thank you, man. Thanks for
Yep.
coming on. We appreciate you over here,
Yeah.
and we'll see you again soon. And then all the viewers, Steve, Silverpunk, all you guys, I appreciate every one of
Yeah.
y'all. We wouldn't have this show if it wasn't for people like you guys. So we'll see
Yeah.
y'all next Wednesday. I gotta go try and kick up another guest for you. Until then, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Danny will
Yeah.
be on with another great guest. Uh, I don't know who he's got, but I know it's going to be a big name. So tune in
Yeah.
tomorrow. Hang out with Danny and the boys.
Well, check you later.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe.